Like you were kind of bringing up something else, or I don't know if you did, but like it was just thinking me about like mental health, like COVID, like it was hard to see people at our school like go through like everything that was happening, and like people being depressed, like suicidal, like all these different feelings from being like stuck inside from COVID.
Yeah.
And it didn't really seem like the school was doing anything about it. And I think you've been kind of like talking about that, making sure that students are protecting their mental health, like especially during this time.
Yeah. And, you know, during like distance learning, when we were all stuck at home, you know, I read a scientific report that said that suicide rates were actually down, and that, you know, my theory on that was assuming that when everyone's stuck at home, it's, you know, they're on their computers, and it's a time for people to just reach out to those closest to them and see how they can, you know, keep connected even during the worst times. I mean, you know, I'm of course skeptical on that report, as the obvious assumption is everyone's at home and alone and isolated. So, you know, what's the worst that could happen? So, yeah, there's a level of skepticism even there. But I like to believe that, you know, in the early stages at least, that people were looking out for each other.
Yeah, I like that idea too. I mean, for me, myself, like I definitely like grew closer to myself during COVID. So
yeah, nice,
like I'm
soul
really
searching. Yeah.
Exactly. I was searching for my soul, just loving myself. That's what I was doing during COVID.
Yeah.
So like COVID in that way was really good for me, but I know a lot of people that like it was the complete opposite, and like yeah, just going through like school with that, like that's just really hard.
Yeah. And you know, that's one of the main reasons that I've been pushing to keep schools open and safe. And I think that message again got lost in the whole walkout and people viewing me as the one who organized it. But I was never one for complete distance learning, because I really, you know, I totally understand that mental health argument. And you know, we've even experienced it firsthand, what it's like doing school from home, and what it's like for teachers to try to teach us from home, and all the technology issues we faced. So yeah, I completely understand, and I think our goal should be to do whatever we can to keep schools open. And of course, and that was my, you know, the second rationale for stricter COVID protocols, as you know, the more cases there are, the higher chance that our school could shut down, and I don't think anyone wants that.